What's going on, guys? Another Champions League game, so we're gonna go over Atalanta versus Real Madrid. So Atalanta, we're gonna do their typical 3-4-1-2. This is the exact same team that played against Milan over the weekend. One surprising thing for me was that Retegui was not playing. He's their top goal scorer and he wasn't there, so that was surprising to me. Anyway, then for Real Madrid, they were gonna do the 4-2-3-1. Ceballos was gonna start. That was surprising, and also Vinicius was coming back. And Garcia was going to be in the starting 11. So let's see how they did. In 1 minute, you're going to see them Vasquez pass it to Mbappe. And there you can see Atalanta's formation when they defend. They do 5-3-1-2. But anyway, Brahim Diaz, there's no pressure there. He's going to find Mbappe in the box behind Hien. And that was Mbappe's first chance. Alright, so here you can see that Real Madrid, they run into this box in the midfield like a rhomboid with Diaz coming here. It was gonna be like this. So that really worked out because, as you're gonna see, Bellingham and Vinicius are gonna drop a lot, so that's gonna be super useful in the way they're gonna defend too. Because Ceballos and Valverde, they were rotating a few times, so it was all good because it also could have been like this, like a box. So very, very, very interesting. Alright, here in the third minute, you're gonna see Pasalic. He's gonna cross it to Ederson, and Ederson is gonna find the Kettler. But look, the Kettler and Lookman under forward, so there's no number 9, there's no striker. And Belanova, he was gonna do a lot of crosses during the match, and he wasn't doing 1v1s against Garcia. He was just crossing the ball, so that was not good because there wasn't a striker in the box. So they really had to change that, but they didn't do that until the 80th minute. Alright, here you're gonna see that Jim City was with Bellingham, Kolasinac with Diaz, and Hien was along with Mbappe. And that was super dangerous because obviously in the back of Hien, it was gonna be all the danger. And it was gonna be Vasquez against Ruggeri. And Ceballos with Pasalic and Ederson with Valverde. And Lookman with Tchouaméni. So they were gonna follow them throughout the match, and no matter where they go, that's how they defend. So Real Madrid had to do a lot of rotations in order to keep Mbappe and Vinicius 1v1 against the backline. Anyway, here we can see how Atalanta defends corner kicks. They do zonal and man marking, so they do a mixed defending. Around the 10th minute, Rudiger is gonna pass it to Mbappe, but look, now Mbappe and Vinicius are 1v1 against the defensive line, and that's what they want because the room is with Vinicius. Anyway, then Mbappe passes to Diaz. Diaz, he's just gonna turn around and eventually he's gonna pass it to Vasquez. But in this time, Diaz is gonna get the ball back, and look at Mbappe. He's gonna be with the room, the midfielder in the back line. And obviously Mbappe is way faster, and with that pass between the lines, he's all by himself in the box. He's gonna score the 1-0. So that was super interesting because that changed the dynamic of the match, because now Atalanta had to get the ball. Now Atalanta had to move forward. So then on the 13th minute, look, Diaz dropped now, and Kolasinac, the defender, is following him all the way there, and they get the ball back. And Pasalic is going to find the Kettler, and the Kettler is going to find Lookman in the box. And in this occasion, he's going to miss. Here, Valverde gets the ball back, and again, the plan was to have Mbappe and Vinicius 1v1 with the backline, and that's what they did, look. So they have plenty of space behind their defensive backs. And here's Mbappe with Hien and Vinicius with Jim City. And Mbappe in this case is gonna miss, but it was super dangerous for Atalanta. Now in the 19th minute, same thing. Here's Courtois. Courtois, he's gonna pass it to Vinicius. So Vinicius just with that turn, he leaves Jim City behind. Alright, so then he's gonna pass it to Mbappe. Mbappe's 1v1 him, but he's not gonna do anything. In fact, he misses, but Belanova gets it back. And now they're gonna do their attacking also on the left hand side because they're gonna pass it back, and they're trying to leave 1v1 Lookman against Vasquez. And Lookman, he's super fast and strong, so he sees the Kettler in the box, but Rudiger is able to get there, and eventually Courtois gets the ball. Alright, then Mbappe got injured in the 35th minute, so therefore Rodrigo was gonna come in for him. But in my opinion, it was the same formation, at least for the remaining of the first half. Alright, so then on the 35th minute, here, Kolasinac, he gets the ball, and you can see Rodrigo there. He's not doing any pressing or anything, but then he passes it to Palasic. But the good thing about Kolasinac is that he's going to run to the box. He sees the space, he starts running, and he takes the ball, and Tchouaméni actually makes a foul on him in the box. And as you can see right there, the referee points to the penalty spot. And here's the replay. You're gonna see that it's the right knee of Tchouaméni that touches Kolasinic's leg, and that's why it's a penalty kick. Then the Keteler's gonna take it, and obviously they both know each other because they play for Belgium, and he scored a really good penalty kick. Anyway, so that was the end of the first half. And in the first half, I thought it was a very close game. Real Madrid had the ball for like 10 minutes, but after that, for the remaining 35, it was all Atalanta. They were doing a lot of crosses, like I said before, but it wasn't good. They didn't have any direct shots or headers. In my opinion, Belanova should have left because he wasn't attacking well or defending. Also, I thought Retegui should have come in, and I thought Ruggeri was having a good game, but on the attacking side, when he had to defend, it wasn't as good. He was a little bit slow. Then on the Real Madrid side, I thought Vasquez, he had a lot of issues with Lookman, because Lookman is super fast and strong. And then that's why Ceballos started to help more in the defense on this side, because Valverde and Ceballos were rotating a lot, but then Ceballos just stayed here to help. Then I thought maybe Madrid should come in because they had to get the ball back. In the first half, they lost it. And I thought maybe Brahim was going to leave because he was doing good, but he wasn't as dangerous. So I thought maybe Gunnar or Enric should have come in. Anyway, then in the 53rd minute, there you go. You're going to do this information with Rodrigo and Vinicius, but now Vinicius is going to play on the right, and Vinicius on the right and Rodrigo on the left. And here you can see Ruggeri. He's going to pass it to Lookman. It's a very simple pass, but with this, Lookman finds space to shoot from the outside the box. And this was a warning, because you will see it later on. Anyway, then on the 55th minute, look at Brahim and Kolasinac. Brahim loses the ball with Pasalic, but then here Tchouaméni with that pass between the lines. Look at that pass. That's awesome. He passed it to Diaz, and Brahim, he passed it to Bellingham. There's no pressure there, guys. And then he's gonna find Brahim Diaz again. He's gonna try to pass it to Vinicius, but City actually make it bounce on Ederson, and Ederson then passes the ball to Vinicius, and Vinicius is in the box, and he just scores that. It's very simple for Vinicius in that moment. Then in the 58th minute, Pasalic was gonna leave for Summersic. But right 1 minute after that, you're gonna see that Courtois sees Vinicius dropping, so pass it to him. And look, there's Vinicius and Brahim, but the defensive line is there, Hiang and Kolasinac. But he puts it there in the back to Bellingham, and Bellingham now is against the room, the midfielder, and Ederson is with Valverde. And again, the room is not the best at defending, so then just with that movement, Bellingham leaves him behind and he scores the 3-1. Real Madrid were defending by zone, but now they find Summersic, and even though there's 4 guys around him, he's gonna find Lookman on the left. But he's inside the box 1v1 Vasquez, and he puts it down with the left, and he's gonna shoot with his right, and he scores the 3-2. So that was a super interesting match at this point, because I think there's gonna be one more goal, in my opinion. Because I thought maybe Atalanta's gonna risk more, and they're gonna leave space behind for Real Madrid, but maybe Atalanta could score, because they could put more forwards in. Anyway, then on the 74th minute, Kosunu came in for Jim City. Retegui came in for the Kettler, and Zapacostas came in for Belanova. All the guys on the right hand side. Still this information at this point. Then Modric, he was gonna come in for Ceballos. Ceballos was tired, and Brahim was gonna go out, and Asensio was gonna come in for him. But this meant that he was gonna be here. Now Real Madrid, they were gonna have 3 in the back like this. So they were gonna play this like a 3-4-1-2. Alright, so then in the 83rd minute, you're gonna see that the Atalanta's formation, like I said before, the 3-4-1-2, with the new players in. And also Real Madrid, like you can see that Modric is there, and Bellingham has a lot of freedom because he's good at running to the space. Anyway, then on the 87th minute, you're gonna see that Saniolo, he was gonna come in for Ruggeri. But now the formation changed a little bit. He was gonna have a lot of freedom here. They were gonna try to risk a little, but It wasn't good. And then Guler was gonna come for Bellingham, but he was gonna be in the same position. Just in the last play, you're gonna see that there's a lot of Summersage again. He's gonna try to find Lookman on the left. He finds him, and he's again 1v1 with Vasquez. And Lookman is gonna try to find the line, and he puts the ball in, and Retegi is there, but he misses. How did he miss that one? I don't know. How did it go? It just went up. But anyway, Real Madrid won 3-2, and they might make it to the next stage. So if you like this video, please subscribe.